What do I look like? I would smell like wet moldy carpet with that stinky artificial grape scent from Hello Kitty perfume. Unfortunately, I had to cancel my wedding because my milkman's cousin's nephew said no. Plot twist, the milkman's cousin's nephew was your fiance. Is the metric system actually better? You guys are too harsh towards us. They have been using 9mm in schools for a while now. Cashier, your total is $9.99. Me, here's 10 and keep the change. Bro buggers living in a mansion. That lady has abs for a throat. I want you to show me your You mean my cat, right? Right. I have got two vaginas. I use one for the other for my husband. Never forget that Mexico sent troops and aid to help us after Hurricane Katrina. I swear to God, in my 26 years of life I never knew Mexico sent help for Hurricane Katrina. This is the first time I have even seen pics. What does India do better than the US? Protecting kids in school. A woman lied and her 4 children were injured after a crash in the valley. Bye. The guy in Thailand has been selling grilled chicken for 30 years using just sun and a lot of mirrors. We have an orphanage here in India that uses same thing, a giant mirror to focus heat, and then a boiler like thing to cook food. I don't know why, but I immediately thought you were saying it cooked the orphans. You have been poisoned. Bye. I was horrified when my wife told me that my 4-year-old son wasn't actually mine. Apparently I need to pay more attention during school pickup. The moment both players realize their M1 has just been blundered. Bro went full YouTube thumbnail. Didn't you graduate from B University? Your spelling is kinda smelly. Yup, and it's Ivy League compared to Trump University. I will Google the next message. How to kidnap children. Hey, at least he tried. My dad will never accept anime. Hey, at least you have a dad. We all have dads. Yours just hate you. Nah, he's actually bad. Me. Dude, where did all these puppies come from? Friend that only had one dog. We all make mistakes in the heat of passion, Jimbo. She's the type of person to steal your wallet and then spend 2 hours helping you look for it while blaming everyone else. I don't know why, but her mouth reminds me of a mini golf obstacle. Japanese veteran lies after 6,000 kilograms of collection fell on him. Movie, based on real story, the movie. 1. Get a sword. 2. Potate 20 people. 3. Go home and play blade and sorcery. A friend told me that hours after having the AZ jab he was sitting at the dining table when he suddenly projectile vomited pints of black. Over the next 4 days he suffered bleeding from his had blood in his and came up in bruises all over his body. And despite all this he was still able to run out. Cardi B makes music for single moms who say my kids are my world when grandma has full custody. Aside from my huge I'm just an ordinary girl. Friend, lights, TO, that's illegal. Me, so are you, TO. 5 African grey parrots were removed from their display in a Lincolnshire wildlife park because they were swearing at visitors and then laughing with each other. A humpback whale was found dead in Amazon rainforest. This doesn't surprise me. The Amazon rainforest is no place for a whale to survive. People, please stop. Chilling Jesus is wrong. My child, some things must be done. We should cage him and keep him alive for his healing qualities and harvest his sweat to make health potions. If you play video games more than 2 to 3 hours a week, you're wasting your life. Oh yeah, it helps you relax. Congratulations, you're on the same spiritual level as a functional alcoholic. You have been on Twitter since October 2020 and have 20,700 tweets, which means you're averaging 40 tweets per day. Your chances of getting chilled by Vsauce is low but never zero. The chances of me barging into your room and tying your arteries into fleshy balloon animals is low but never zero. 100% of the people who stay in their own countries don't get detained and separated from their children at the border. Native Americans, First Nation people of Canada and Aboriginal Australians would disagree. What is the most effable pasta? I used 6 different pastas to find out. Well, what was it? Macaroni. I see you watched the entire video. Breaking news. Former President Donald Trump indicted on 34 counts of business fraud. If you want to learn more about the 34 rules he broke, Google Trump Rule 34. Grandma's House in the 80s starter pack. The art of knowing is knowing what to ignore. Ignore the bars to see the trees. Plot twist. The guy painting the trees is a Rex of he ignored the age and got some knowledge. Chicks with. Breaking. New York police have listed Trump's weight as 270 pounds. Well, he finally made it to 270. Facial hair gone for now. Let the jokes fly. You look like the black student they put on university brochures to show diversity. Nicki Minaj blocked me because I said slapping her on the ass sound like when you close the microwave door too hard. Powerful moment at a church destroyed by tornado. The crosses are still standing amid the ruins. That is a powerfully stupid observation even for an nitwit like a Huckabee. He's off in the back seat. China has banned women from modeling on online shopping live streams, so men are doing it instead. He must have done the wiring on the Space Shuttle Challenger. This guy looks like my Argentinian next door neighbor, to be honest. Vilgax the best of boy. No, I won't say it this time. Squidacy. I wish I was a cow eating grass in a field. No rent, no job, no college, just moo. All fun and games until. Kids, we should remember that fruits are good to our body. McDide. The what? What if you put your fingers in a girl's mouth to be Zai and she just made a really loud whistle with them that called a horse over? Pennsylvania police arrest an after school bus stolen with bed near inside. Due to sanctions is switching from Windows to Linux. The government wants to force domestic programmers to convert their software, but there are doubts. Many systems will have to be rebuilt from scratch and there are few Linux experts around. You can't throw a political enemy out of 4th floor Linux though. The spread of a virus is based on 2 factors. 1. How dense the population is. 2. How dense the population is. You wrote the same thing twice. What's the other one? You're number 2. Faux me. I'm fifus phrased. Why do you fish rather than watch anime? Fishing puts food on the table, watching anime put rum in my tissue. Sun Tzu Art of War. Elon Musk, in a remarkable show of maturity, has removed the W from Twitter's logo outside their San Francisco headquarters. The company now reads as for a guy who has racked up so many recent L's, it is crazy that he is just getting rid of the only W he had. Kanye West tells Jewish people to forgive let it go and stop trying to force it onto other people. Bro can't even forgive Pete Davidson. Client parking, deliveries, Southside, endless loop, straight to hell, route not recommended. Texas man uses Apple AirTag to track down person who stole his truck then chills him. It's not me, stop lying, I'm watching her through her window and her name is in red, trust me on this guys. Hold up. Hey Cody, maybe you should consider sitting out the I'm gonna talk about appearances game. You're gonna be a whole you by 29. Dial it back buddy. I borrowed a pen from a quiet girl that sits next to me and I open it only to see this. Which astronaut is from Arkansas? People from states ranked 47th in education rarely become astronauts. Closest they get to the moon is the crescent one on the outhouse door. Popsicle when your parents walk in. Free him. Yes. No. Turn on the PC so he burns. I was applying for Australian citizenship and the interviewer asked, do you have a criminal record? I said, no. Is that still required? Mars missions may be all female to avoid astronauts having X during 1.5-year journey. X is fine. It's pregnancy in space that makes things complicated. So what? There's no coat hangers in space.